Bitcoin just made history by closing a weekly level we have never seen before pre-halving. We have Bill Gates salivating over another global lockdown. Will it come, or will we fight back hard enough to decapitate these monsters on a speaking level, of course? And Canada ready to implement 23% tax for you breathing. All this and more on today's Blockchain Basement. We are the bread and butter of all the information that's been swimming across the internet for crypto news.
If you're gonna screw me, at least pull my hair.
Hell yeah. What you got?
They could start chopping off fingers. They're like, give me your seed phrase, but I don't know it.
Over 2 years, he's made like 17K on Roblox. And he's
What?
Like 12.
You never listen to me, and we must be married. Yeah, well, how much are you investing? $100.
$400,000 to $600,000. The generational signals are now. Now.
You're spread so thin, that's how you get in on Snake. Snake's been my biggest winner.
It's too light. Hello, welcome all to the Blockchain Basement. We got Hannah here, Aaron. Hannah, we kicked the hornet's nest this morning, bringing up Mog. I guess you're talking about it last week. You know, you've been bringing it up. We've been paying attention to the graph from just a chart perspective. I didn't hate the thing. Mog's mooning, and everyone's coming out of the woodworks. I'm kind of calling you Mog and Kunis. So that was kind of interesting to see. But how you doing, Hannah? It's Monday. The markets are pumping. What are you up to?
Mogging.
You just we need pit vipers. We can't be mogging if we don't have pit vipers. Doesn't work. I have to get my pit vipers. They're hanging up on my my vest right now in my closet. So.
Oh yeah, you already have some.
Yeah, I
got
some.
some Brodies.
You got some Brodies?
Neff Brodies are they called?
Okay.
It's the ones Riff Raff used to wear back in the day.
Those are good.
Where it's lightning bolts on the side.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I got zebra print ones.
Okay.
So.
You're gonna have to rock those.
I need the.
I got them somewhere. I got to find them.
Welcome everyone to the chat. We do have the Rumble chat up now. We see you, Dirty Dan, Shake and Bake, Crypto Stevo, Crimson Caravan Company, Manawak, Nicole Minis Tater, Cali Crypto Dude, Crypto Stevo. My God, Nicole, Trump coin will not chill out.
What's it at now?
All right, we're already going into Dex tools. We're through 2 minutes into the show.
Harry Potter?
Here we go.
What is this?
I am going to liquidate my
world?
XRP into Harry Potter Obama Sonic 10 Inu. I think that is the move that I'm looking at making when I get home. Yeah, man. Like I was just seeing this one came out of nowhere. It's ticker Bitcoin. I'm going to go through Uniswap to get it. But essentially what I'm seeing here is just two attempts to break through this price point right here, which failed. Pumped back up, and now it's been descending back to this same level. I have not seen the hype die out for this project by a long shot. It's got good liquidity, clean contract, it's looking good. So, with all my aggravations and the lack of movements on XRP and Stellar, I will be full sending into this bad boy right now, and I may die. I may die in this process of YOLOing into this coin, but from a chart perspective, I don't hate this. I think that altcoins are getting ready to rip. So what are we looking at here? We're going to check out Trump. Coin, right? We're going to check it out. I think it's at $3.20. Yeah, look at $3.23.
Oh my.
Oh my.
I wonder who's going to win this upcoming hot league contested election.
Insane.
This is disgusting.
Bob's killing me in the chat, bro.
What?
Bob's killing me.
Bob from accounting. Damn, Aaron, trying to take all the women with those. Man, save some for the rest of those thick thighs. Is he talking about, or your amazing?
Every
beard?
time I'm on this show, I'm like, I need a blanket.
You need a blanket.
At one point, the stuff on the table, no one realized it, but I moved it to hide my legs. But now it's rearranged for it won't hide my legs. I don't have to wear a blanket.
Dude, I am so excited for our gym. You just brought to attention our gym, and I am going to be yoked by the end of this year.
We have a full-blown boxing gym.
Yeah, I'm actually
full-blown boxing gym.
I'm about to get the pink boxing gloves.
I'm gonna get some pig ones.
I have a new
They
outlet.
work with those nails?
A new outlet.
Okay.
I
Dang.
can't wait.
You went in there and you just were sprinting on that bag.
I'm
You're just,
ready.
I like to see it. All
I'm
I
right.
need to
start
hit the
putting
bag after
pictures.
not buying Trump coins.
I'm gonna print out
Back on.
pictures,
Well,
people's
let's look at
faces, and put it on the bag. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh, we're gonna jack it up in
yeah.
there. Here's what's jacking it up for us. Bitcoin showing a lot of strength right now, 51.8. We'll get into the levels I'm talking about here in a minute, but I'm just going to take a look at the weekly gainers. I hate seeing this WorldCoin at the top gainers, but On Friday, someone asked me a hard question, 5K right now. What do you send into it? I was saying I am looking for faster horses in the race at this point. I'm looking at the top 100. At the time, Arweave was exactly number 100. Now it is number 76. So just for some context on how fast Arweave is having this upsurge, and I feel like the data storage coins at large are really going to be doing well because of all the AI influx. Let's see here. We got the all-time graph. Still, I mean, its all-time high was at around $89. We're sitting at $15 right now, $15.22. Not really a bad graph to be feeling about, but I am going to be waiting till we see a little bit of just normal pullback within the crypto markets. But this one absolutely coming hot out of the ropes. I really like what I'm seeing in price action wise from Arweave. Now we go to the 24-hour Hedera. We were talking about Hedera showing good signs of life. I don't think Hedera has been around as long as XRP and doesn't have the same baggage as XRP and expectations. I think Hedera is going to do pretty damn good this bull market. It's showing good signs of life here. I traded Hedera back and forth. And when it hit 10 cents was essentially when I was feeling to sell during the accumulation zone right here. So got in real low and had a real fast move from 4 cents up to about 9.5 cents right there. Now it's trying to break out up and beyond that, trying to come out of this opportunity zone. I'm going to be referring to this as the opportunity zone because we're going to be talking about a lot of coins that may not be in the opportunity zone at the immediate moment, but we have to keep an eye on it for when that time does come.
What's HBAR all-time high?
HBAR all-time high was right around 49 cents. Yeah, it was like 48 cents.
Quick
so
price prediction?
Oh man. So market cap 3.5 bill. Fully diluted is at 5.2 bill. I think that this token is definitely capable of hitting a $20 billion market cap at the peak of the next bull market. So we're already at 5.2 right now. I'd say that's, a strong, and this is very conservative, strong potential to reclaim its previous all-time high, essentially. But I do worry about the overall ISO narrative fizzling out in time. Real world assets have become kind of a hotter talking point for people that are looking for the next narrative. We've seen DPIN come out of nowhere. So I think we're going to see those physical infrastructure network plays come out. But yeah, Hedera, I think it's a faster horse than XRP for sure. And basically, I'm going to compare every ISO token to XRP because the whole narrative stemmed out of Ripple being part of the board that put ISO 20022 together, right? But in essence, I feel like the people around it.
Doing? What's going on with the price?
God. I mean, pretty flat. Pretty flat. 56 cents, up 5% on the week. But if you compare this to the rest of the market, I mean, even my ICP's been cooking pretty good. Chainlink's getting ready to, honestly, I think Chainlink's ready to move.
My biggest holding moved.
Yeah? What's that?
Cardano. Let's go.
Sick man, you. Yeah, let's go to Cardano. Oh, yeah, look at this. Render. I had a lot of fun watching Render. 24 hour, it's up 10%, but on the week, it's up 31%. I got in around $3.50. We're sitting at 622, kind of a short-term double up, but I am holding the Render long-term into the bull market, just to be completely clear. Let's see here. I'm going to go up to Cardano. Where is Cardano? Is it above 60 cents, Aaron? Like, what are we dealing with? 62. Okay. Ooh. All right. Well, on the day, pretty flat. We're talking the week, good stair steps upwards. On the month, up 25%, nice healthy growth. Recapturing, to try to fall off the cliff when the kind of the hype of that initial pump came down. These are the moments that Cardano's asleep and then it's not. And here it is trying to gather that steam for the next leg up. In the short term, I think it's going to run into just another slap in the mouth when you hit 67 cents. But, as long as it can range between 67 to 51 cents, I'm feeling like the chart remains healthy. And there's a lot of questions I've been getting about Hunt token. Hunt token is another one that I have. I have so many targets. I'm doing Harry Potter, Obama, Sonic, Penny New this week. Actually, probably today. You can front run me on this move, but when I get home today, that is happening. Let's see here. Hunt on its way down. This is an opportunity zone. Now, I mean, you got to keep in mind, there's no volume here, so it is likely to slide down and at least try to check out this 32 cent mark. But honestly, I don't like buying huge green days. This looks like a more viable opportunity for me. So I'll be watching out for it to kind of tap that 32 cent mark before I hammer into this one. But feeling good about this one. This will be my Cardano play beyond AGIX. That's just kind of where my mindset's at. I'm trying to find really low market cap things right now.
Drew, people in the chat are asking, Arweave or Filecoin?
Oh, I'd go Arweave.
Why is that?
It's just a newer, like Filecoin has been around for a hell of a long time, but let's look at both of them. Let's look at both of them from a chart perspective. Filecoin, $7.26. We got a fully diluted market cap at 14.2 bill. Currently sitting at 3.7. So there's a lot of tokens still to be released on this project. Let's go to the all-time, get everything we got. I mean, yeah, it was started 2018. Went up to about 190, 185, sitting at $7. Oh my God, $7. Here's something to note. The price to market cap graphs look very different. So you got some inflation things going on within this project. Let's check out Arweave just in comparison side by side. These are in the same kind of realm niche. We'll go to the all-time. Check it out. We got info back to 2020, about mid 2020. Let's do the flash view. That looks like a lot healthier of a inflation rate for the token. You just do a quick flash view of the market cap to price. A lot less movement on that, so I like that. Smaller market cap, much more movable.
Stevo said
right there, $994 million, fully diluted, sitting at $1 billion. So it's essentially basically out. It's 99.17 of the tokens are already in circulation. So yeah, I'd be leaning Arweave, man. Still, God, it's trying to climb out of my target zone. I responded to Stevo this morning because he's saying some very reasonable things, and I got to agree. Like at this point in the market, I'm already positioned in the insane entry points that we were able to get over the past year. $5 Chainlink, right? $10 Avalanche, $3 ICP. All these things have came and they have gone. So now what I'm looking at is the top 80 to 130 ranked on CoinMarketCap as far as where I'm focusing in and trying to get entry points into new positions. Harry Potter Obama Sonic 10 Inu is just a different situation. I was looking at the graph and it felt good, and the community, they're wholesome, they're trolls, complete trolls.
Okay,
but
yeah,
very wholesome.
Mog is like little a-holes, little assholes. I feel like they are like nicer there, but I don't know. That's Hannah's conclusion.
Yeah, I just get along with people that are that sarcastic, and just complete.
No, they're my favorite.
She's in Mog. I'm going into Harry Potter. Ticker Bitcoin.
I don't know if I should. Do I go into?
You want to go to Harry Potter Town too?
Harry Potter.
I mean, what?
Why not?
We're here
it's
for the
gonna come back at some point.
I think it's gonna come back.
No. That name's way too long for my liking.
I know it is a mouthful to say, but let's go into the Bitcoin news. We got a lot of news to cover here. This is from Matthew Highland. Bitcoin has made history. For the first time ever, Bitcoin has closed a weekly candle above the 0.618 fib, retracing from cycle high to cycle low prior to the halving. This is up faster and quicker than ever before. So what we got here, this is just the, it's showing the 618 fib right here, but the weekly candle claimed and closed above that in a very aggressive manner. Now, just for some context, looking back, Bitcoin weekly closes above the 618 fib, retracement from cycle high to low have led to all-time highs soon after. This is historically speaking. Bitcoin can close the weekly candle above that 0.618 tomorrow by closing above the 48.6. That's all it had to do. I'll back up on this. You can see something, get my head out of the way so we can see this. So these two, kind of bear market accumulation zones, they lasted a lot longer than this range right here, essentially because we're looking at Bitcoin reclaiming, once it reclaimed the 618 fib back in the 2020 cycle kicking off. This time frame was, I believe, at the very end of 2020 right there. And there was very little, big interest in crypto at the time. There's, I remember Crypto Lark was hard. He was hammering it. He was staying focused. He was one of the people that was just dead on the money on giga bullishness long term, kept people's head out of the clouds, worrying about flu season or whatever. And essentially it went to absolutely rip. We went from right in here, we're ranging between $6,000 to $9,000. And then once we broke that, it was off to the races up to 69K. And again, you can see this back in 2017. At the beginning of 2017, we closed above that 618 on the weekly, finally right here. Not right here because he fell down below it. And it went on to move up to $17,000, $18,000. So really what we're looking at here is this extreme sign of health for the markets as we currently sit. Closing that weekly candle above the 618 this early is absolutely setting for one of the most, if not the most bullish, markets that we've seen as far as market cycles. I'm very excited about this as well because we have Ethereum ETFs that are slated. I mean, I think that they're actually going to get approved in March. There's a lot of people saying that they won't. Rumor has it they're going to get approved in March, and Hester Peirce is, in a back end way said, yeah, I mean, we acknowledge the Bitcoin ETFs. It's a commodity. Gensler in the recent past has also nodded that Ethereum is likely a commodity just the same as Bitcoin. So I don't really think he has a leg to stand on in denying it. We live in interesting times, and you better buckle up. It's coming at you fast. Altcoin season's coming at you fast. It's just like a month ago, Render was $3.
Now it's what, 6?
Yeah, 6.5 just about.
Wow.
And these times, the only way that I've learned to make money in crypto is to kind of lean into the danger when the whole market's saying, hey, we're going to shut down the economy or do something horrible. I basically just lean into crypto and Bitcoin even more at that time. So I know that people are at the most scared and I can get the best chance possible. So we're going to look at this too. Open interest hitting all-time highs not seen since November of 2021. It's from Crypto Rover, talking about exchange Bitcoin futures open interest absolutely spiking. Now the Bitcoin price is the yellow line. It usually moves in tandem, but we had this big outlier because the open interest was going nuts on the short side, and bam, we crashed down. This was where I got extra jealous of Aaron because he got a Bitcoin entry point at $15,500. Very
yes,
rude.
Sir.
Very rude of you to do.
I bought the bottom.
Yeah, and I bought the 17 like immediately after. But then we stuck to our guns. I mean, we're on this show calling for this to be the bottom the whole way through. My God, things have turned out pretty good. So seeing this deviation now, we see the open interest starting to spike above the price. We're getting some pretty bullish catalysts, and I think that the market at large is realizing Bitcoin ain't playing no games as everything else collapses, chaotically as it may be. So this 18,000 Bitcoin, about $1 billion withdrawn from Coinbase, and one of the biggest outflows ever recorded off an exchange. And looks like Akai Blade and James Van Straten are talking about this, discussing the potential possibilities. Balances on the new wallets range from 45 million to 171 million, with all UTXOs from the original transaction having been spent. The management seems likely an option. However, it is possible that the funds will provide new liquidity for OTC desks, or that the funds have been purchased and transferred into self-custody. It has all coincided with a small pump during the Asia market. But these are the rumblings of the beast as it awakens. People are realizing that this is a finite resource. I had a lot of fun. I went to Ponce Markets this weekend with the wife, and we took a little. You like that place? I was in Atlanta. Okay. Yeah,
oh boy,
a big clap.
Ponce is nice.
I know. We showed up. I was like, "Look, honey, there's buildings. There's a city. We're not in the woods anymore." She's like, "Oh my gosh, this is wonderful." But we went to Ponce Markets. We met. My wife's a fashion designer, so we went to kind of like a fashion boutique store. Started talking to these people, and one of the dudes like, "What do you do?" And I'm like, "I talk about crypto. Like that's what I do for a job." And he's like, didn't Bitcoin like years ago hit $50,000? And yeah, years ago, he was remembering the years ago when they advertised it on CNBC.
Yeah.
And I was like, bro, it's $52,000 right now. So we started talking about the Bitcoin halving, which is coming up. And it really, we're used to the Bitcoin halving and the idea of it, the scarcity of the supply and all those things that interplay with each other. But explaining this to someone completely outside of the crypto spectrum, it really hits me how early we are here in the basement. You at home watching this video, we are positioned in a pretty amazing, situation right now. So it's pretty awesome time frame. Good shout out to you guys for staying focused through the bear market. I know there's a lot of names that I'm familiar with in the chat that have gotten positions on some pretty great projects. And, I mean, I'm not taking credit for it. We are all a team that move in on these things together. So
Locked and Loaded said portfolio hit an all-time high today.
hey,
That's
shout
what we
out to
love to
you.
hear.
Locked and Loaded. And I love the name.
Proof
It does
is
feel
in the
really
pudding.
nice already being in the green.
Yeah, I know.
Like I'm already in the green and we're just getting started.
Yeah, man. And that's because of focus, right? In the
Crypto
long
is
term,
fun.
it is.
Thank you, BlackRock.
I know. And like, I was, going out for, a date this weekend, and I definitely do take profits while, if I see a 4X, I'm taking my original investment out. I'm using a little bit to better my life around me.
Get the large queso.
I got the large queso. That's
you go.
right. And I got the fancy guacamole. You know what I mean? That place was extremely woke though.
And I bought another Stanley Cup probably.
Stanley Cups leak
No.
lead, don't they? Didn't that get exposed? Do you have lead
Rumor
poisoning?
has it.
Probably. My Stanley, my mom has it. I left it in Savannah.
Oh, really? So it's no longer, so you're safe now.
I guess so.
Yeah. I mean,
the
that's
whole
probably
point
better
of
for
getting
you.
it was so I would like keep up with it.
Yeah.
I'll have it back soon. Can't wait.
And check this out, just about being early. Bitcoin, this is from Sam Callahan, Bitcoin over 50K, and the retail trading volume on Coinbase is 85% off of its all-time high. So this is Q4 of 2021, really at the peak of the market here. You see where we currently are as far as retail trading on Coinbase and the volume there within, still extremely, extremely low. So what a wonderful time to be getting positioned here. We have Bitcoin, Coinbase, withdrawals hitting new high levels. Now, obviously, we've been covering this for a while, but this is an updated chart just showing you the downhill slope of Bitcoin on exchanges, especially Coinbase. And this compared and compounded with the fact that the Bitcoin ETF is now live. We see BlackRock probably right around, BlackRock and Fidelity in and of themselves hold about 110,000 Bitcoin within the first 35 days. Things are happening quickly. And the Bitcoin on exchanges, the amount of Bitcoin these exchanges have to sell is falling just as fast. So pretty amazing to see, along with Dirty Dan bringing up a great point. Coin is up 8% today. Traditional stock fund managers, hedge fund managers, they see these crypto assets outperforming. They saw MicroStrategy double over the past few weeks. They are taking big notice. It's a good time to be alive. We'll do an updated view on Ethereum on exchanges as well. Bitcoin or Ethereum balance on exchanges doing the same thing, just riding down the slope right now. A little bit different on the price action, a little bit more suppressed on the price action so far. But I think that the altcoin season we're all feeling in our bones is going to change this. I honestly think 3,500 by March is not, end of March, not unreasonable. Like, am I crazy with that? $3,500 Ethereum?
I don't
Look at
think
that.
so.
Cali crypto, dude. I've been DCing into Bitcoin and other cryptos for the past 2 years. And as of today, I'm up 58K.
Hot down. That's excellent. Yeah. And I honestly, I think I'm still going to be able to make 500, maybe a mil if things go really, really amazing. But I have had to take early profits. But I had to do it because I wanted a she shed for my wife. My wife.
The sewing she shed.
Yeah. I am mogging you in good looks, Papa Goose. Very nice. Very nice. This morning has been kind of crazy on Twitter, Anna. They're coming out of the woodwork. We're talking about Mog.
our chat.
Yeah.
Let me see it. Can you pull it?
You want to see the Mog chart? Things
Y'all
have
were
happened.
talking about it.
Things have happened here, Aaron. Okay, so this thing's up 28%.
Okay, see, Mog saved Ethereum 3,500 ETH by March.
Oh my God, bro. And like, we were watching it because I liked the higher lows it was making and this kind of boring doldrums. This does not look like
Hannah
an
brought
XRP.
this up weeks ago, right?
I know.
Maybe even months, right?
Like months.
And she would force me, and I
Was it the
begrudgingly.
FaZe Clan guys that were into this one, or no?
FaZe
FaZe
Clan.
Banks, yeah, he's repping Mog hard.
Okay.
Yeah, there's a lot of people. Micah on Twitter. It's people with large followings.
Yeah.
And FaZe Banks is hilarious, but he He makes some good calls on his Instagram
This
stories.
is insane.
Yeah, because he says something and everyone goes and buys it, so the price goes
Yeah.
up. Probably.
Yeah, it's up 324% in a very short amount of time. We're talking from what date is today? 12th of February to now. It's up 320%. So quite a move. I'm not recommending buying a gigantic green candle like this, but honestly, like finding out, I mean, Hannah's made it kind of clear. I'm a boomer. I didn't know what mogging was. I have pit vipers and a vest already.
What does it mean? Does it have a meaning?
It means you're the shit. You're the fucking, you're mogging someone. You're overbearingly cool. Like you're just taking over the shit. So
Precisely.
yeah, and
Mog hasn't even mogged yet.
Dude,
well,
I'm
it's at
so
a
out of the
80
loop.
Do
That's
with that what
crazy.
you will.
these are the chaotic things that happen in crypto, though. You know
That's
what I mean?
crazy.
Yeah, it's at an $84 million market cap, 3.6 in liquidity. Looking pretty decent, honestly. So donate this one. I just see more opportunity in Harry Potter, Obama, Sonic 10 Inu right now. But that's quite a pile of words to say. We'll
That's
delete all
wild,
this.
Drew.
We're keeping going here. Average Grayscale has been bleeding out $269 million worth of Bitcoin every single day since the ETF started trading on January 11th. We have the daily and cumulative flows in all spot Bitcoin ETFs, less Grayscale. And yeah, I mean, honestly, Grayscale is running out of dumpability. They all kind of they shot their load within the first few weeks of Bitcoin ETFs. Now the markets are just even a little bit hungrier than average. We have 1.37 million Bitcoin left to mine over the next 116 years. ETFs are smashing 10,000 Bitcoin per day. Only 137 days of current purchasing rates to eat the next 116 years worth of production. The halving is also coming, and now 62 days, 450 new coins minted per day. However, some miners are just not selling their newly minted coins. They're buying more coins using fiat reserves. This is the supply shock that we all FOMO for and we love. And now, we also add this. You have added FOMO from high net worth individuals getting rocked by inflation rates, family offices looking for exposure to things that can keep up and outpace inflation, company treasuries, pension funds, state treasuries, nation states like El Salvador, billionaires, obviously. All of these graphs and all these spider lines and things that we look at are completely invalid if 10 billionaires get together one day and
Literally. Okay,
you know
so
what?
Here.
Scroll down. I want to see this GIF real quick while you say your thing.
I mean, it's
When venture capitalists are involved in meme coins, you
Right.
pay attention.
that's right.
Because who's raising investor capital?
Exactly.
Who's going around getting the big money in?
Exactly. And all bets are off, honestly. If a bunch of billionaires or even a group of billionaires just, get together and be like, hey, I'm going to buy $2 billion worth as well. And say you have 10 billionaires buy $2 billion worth of Bitcoin. Their exchanges are emptied on their supply. A lot of things can happen very, very quickly. So, it's just insanely bullish. I could go on and on about it, but I'm just glad you're here watching the markets before things get insanely expensive. Wells Fargo restrictions are loosened after years of oversight following the scandal. Biden administration is easing its restrictions on banking giant Wells Fargo, saying the bank has sufficiently fixed its toxic culture after years of scandals. I'm sure. Yeah. Right.
I have Wells Fargo.
The office, you have Wells Fargo?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm flooding your bags here. The Office of the Comptroller of the Currency, the regulator of big national banks like Wells, terminated its consent order on Thursday that had been in place since September 2016. The order required Wells to overhaul how it sold financial products to customers and provide additional consumer protections as well as employee protections for whistleblowers. In a brief statement on Thursday, the Comptroller of Currency said that Wells Fargo's safety and soundness and compliance with the laws and regulations does not require it to continue the existence of the order. We also have the remaining in-place Federal Reserve consent against Wells and as well as others as a requirement by the Fed that Wells grow no bigger than its current size until it fixes its sales culture. The Fed did not immediately respond to comment, but the OCC's decision is likely pressure from the Fed to make its own decision regarding these restrictions. Now, for context, there's a lot of controversy. Wells Fargo was cooking the books and creating fraudulent accounts that were looking like they were applying for mortgages, things of that nature. There's an incentive internally as an employee to create those. They got caught in that fraud, but also I do have a sneaky suspicion that Wells. What the hell is going on my?
That's
Jesus.
a bunch of Discord notifications.
Is that
Good God.
Discord?
Yeah,
Oh my
you need
God.
to mute some
Holy,
stuff.
I need
bro.
to check Discord.
That was crazy.
So Wells
This is
Fargo
interesting.
might be insolvent right now, and they're just not admitting it. I am bringing this up. You have Wells Fargo.
I do.
Aaron, and I would assume that they're too big to fail, and some gigantic monetary levers will be pulled to resurrect their zombie carcass and not go insolvent. But there are unconfirmed reports. We had a loan originator, I believe, on Twitter exposing that he was applying for these loans and finding that they only have 25% of their supposed value in hand currently. So I dug all morning to find corroborating statements to this, but as we know right now, that's where it sits. I would be very wary if you are in Wells Fargo, not to mention the fact that they hit crypto exchanges and they also scam people during the it wasn't the delinquency, it was the program that they were able to push back your mortgage during the pandemic. What was it? It was 3 months and you could not pay your mortgage. And when you tried to get out of that program during the pandy, they actually made it so that you essentially couldn't escape. They almost seized my dad's home because they wouldn't let him get out of the program. So yeah, Wells Fargo is insanely sketchy.
So is that the next thing to go down?
I hope not. Good God.
I think it'll take some time if they are on that list. Really, I think that I've been watching Charles Schwab, Citibank, a couple of those other ones, but these banks are so big, it's hard to imagine them just being allowed to fail.
I have a Citibank.
You have a Citibank?
I have an account.
I mean, that's why I like crypto. You know what I mean? And I like the bank that I use is a small regional bank. It's not a huge one. It's out of Colorado. And I know that they're exposed to those their underwater securities that I've been showing, right? The $700 billion in unrealized losses. They're a big chunk of that. So I am being very cautious about banks, especially right now. We also had Bank of America suffering a massive data breach, exposing social security numbers, addresses, and additional sensitive data to hackers.
Nice.
This is the bullshit. Like, why?
I also have Bank of America.
You also have Bank of America.
Let's get back to talking about meme coins, Drew. I don't like this anymore.
Well, I'm like, this is why I'm here, you know? And also, what the hell, you know, Bank of America makes you do KYC, so what? They can leave their ass exposed in the air and get hacked, and then all of your information is now leaked to whoever pays for the highest bidding of it. This is bullshit. Like, they make us KYC, they push us into these tiny little baskets where they control you, and then your information is hacked by being forced into that basket. Right? Like, isn't there something wrong with that? Do people not see the issue here?
That's stupid.
So, you know, and I have just an overall problem with KYC, honestly, with the amount of military spending and what wars we're funding. I have a big question in my mind in an internal dialect. On if Uncle Joe deserves a red cent more of my money, especially since they're trying to send our entire country into a situation that my son will have to fight us out of, and potentially Aaron's son. I bet you know. Or yeah, I know you don't have a son. I know you don't have a son. I was just in theory, if Hannah had a son, yeah, I'm just trying to make it clear that I'm thinking as a dad right now.
Literally, I know that I want to have children, so that's always in the back of my mind. I'm thinking about what they're gonna be, what they're gonna have to deal with.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
that's why we're trying to pave the way for them right now.
They're not choosing to be born.
Right. You know,
they don't want to deal with our bullshit. A0, thank you for the gifted.
Shout out. And I think the Rumble thing, we got to open the Rumble chat.
Because, that's what that is.
Yeah, I opened up the Rumble chat.
I was wondering why the chat was so small.
Michael King's Bend Upon Markets. Yeah, I agree with you. But you know what? It was nice to see my wife smile. She's a fashion designer, and she hasn't seen the city in like a year. So
you're not missing much.
I liked, what did I have? I had a hamburger. At H&F Burger. The thing was like, it was like 4 or 5 inches.
It was
like
$25.
It was $32.
Wow.
Yeah,
but that's okay.
32.
You took profits, right?
Yes, exactly. That's exactly. You know, it tasted good. It felt good buying it. I'm doing fine. So here's China not doing fine. Car prices in China are falling off a cliff at a faster rate than 2002. So 22 years of progress. in their car economy out of the window. C90FTW, what's up in the chat down in the Rumble? I see you. I love building out the channel on Rumble. If you guys aren't already on Rumble, make sure to go to our Rumble channel. Me and Nick are going to be going live about some very, very spicy subjects that I cannot even come close to talking to you about on the YouTubes.
YouTube is censored compared to what y'all talk about on Rumble.
Very much.
Wild.
So there's a
That's
lot
wild.
more.
Link
There's a
in
lot.
chat.
Is the stream sponsored by
I'm scared of what
Chipotle?
BJ would be like on Rumble.
Oh, we'd be done. I mean, even on Rumble, we'd probably get banned with BJ.
Holy cow.
Yeah. Chipotle, you had Chipotle, I had Chipotle. On separate, you were on the same wavelength. You get Chipotle
Me
too.
and Josh had Moe's.
You had Moe's. So we're all kind of burrito feeling today.
Yeah.
I like that. It's not even Taco Tuesday. Let's see here. Yeah, car purchases in China off a cliff. Honestly, this graph that I'm showing, the global investments into the Chinese economy also looks very similar. So, you know, I'm not too sad about it, really. I don't like the way that they produce goods. I don't like the way that they steal American patents and just run amok with them. And, you know, honestly, F about and find out. You know what I mean? That's the kind of the context. You can pick the devil you know or the devil you don't. And I'm here in America. So we have this, what an $18 Big Mac combo meal says about inflation in post-pandemic
That's how much
America.
it cost?
Okay, we got to read this.
$18?
In a recent MarketWatch article, the spotlight was turned on the escalating prices of fast food, particularly at McDonald's, signaling a broader discontent among Americans with a post-pandemic price increase. Social media users have voiced their concerns over what they perceive as a steep price increase for the items like a $5 chicken sandwich to a $5.50 Egg McMuffin. These are different prices from where me and you live.
Oh, so this has to be somewhere else.
We live in the sticks, bro. Like, I mean, if they did this where we live, they would be out of business in like
No, if they did
a
this
day.
in Atlanta, nobody would.
Oh yeah.
Is this like in LA? Like, where is this?
Yeah, let's keep reading, but I know it's not in our jurisdiction, bro, because they wouldn't be open for more than a week. Challenging the brand's reputation as affordability. Literally, I feel like the one in our neighborhood, they will never change because they know that no one will come if like it's not.
I never
I
go to
feel like
McDonald's,
downtown
bro.
Atlanta, nobody would notice.
Nobody would notice in Atlanta.
They just
You're dead
pull
right.
out their card and.
Well, they're
swipe.
asleep. They got their drugs. They got their distractions.
They're scamming money.
Yeah.
They scam people.
Pretty much. You said it. You said it. Hell yeah. Hell yes. Social media movers. All right. So we're talking about a $5.50 Egg McMuffin challenging the brand's reputation for affordability. Highlighted how a meal at the iconic burger chain could cost up to $18 in Darien, Connecticut. A stark contrast to the brand's traditionally low-cost offerings. Now, Connecticut absorbed a lot of rich New Yorkers, so they probably also aren't even batting an eye. MarketWatch explored the underlying causes of the price hikes, attributing them to a shift from food cost to labor costs as a primary driver of price increases. Did you guys see what's coming to New York and the trucker movement there?
No.
Okay. So if you're in New York, the price of these types of things could potentially triple over the next few months. And it's for a reason I'm not going to tell you here on YouTube because I'll be banned. But on Rumble, we're digging deep into it. It's going to get worse. Don't worry, friends. It's going to get worse. As far as that's why we got to be encrypted. We got to be outpacing this. McDonald's CEO Chris, not going to say your last name, is in discussions cited by MarketWatch acknowledging the impact of rising prices on lower income customers and outlined a focus on affordability in the company's strategy moving forward. According to JP Morgan, a January 24 Consumer Price Index released on the 13th underscores that the U.S. is still in the midst of adjusting economically after the pandemic, despite a hopeful increase. Whoa! Edward Middleton gifted 5 blockchain-based memberships. What did she? Thank you very much, sir. Yeah, very nice of you to see. Nicole M. Tate, good to see you down in the Rumble chat. What up? And Crypto Breezy got a membership. Yeah, that's right. This is insane, you guys. To talk about an $18 Big Mac in Connecticut.
That's crazy.
Did you guys see there's a video of a girl that she went on a date with a guy. She's like, "You took me to Shake Shack? Look how beautiful I look. You took me to Shake Shack?" And the guy's like, "What you mean? This motherfucker cost me $50." You know what I mean? It's like, It's spending like, the same as what we used to spend on a date, and he thinks it's normal. We're just having to downgrade the quality that you're able to afford. And, it's not the dude taking you out on a date's fault that we're experiencing Bidenomics in the long term. This is the process here.
Wait, open Slack real quick. Basement.
Okay, don't pull this up, Owen. I don't know
I'm
what
not
I'm getting
too worried
into.
about McDonald's though in our area. It's if Waffle House's prices went up.
Dude, they will never.
Dude, I drove probably a couple miles. It was just a straight shot from where we live to Hiram or whatever. I counted 5 Waffle Houses.
No, the Waffle House inside of Hiram is the best.
Yeah,
it is absolutely amazing.
I counted 5.
Yeah.
I have one right by my house.
I haven't been
too.
in so long.
5 Waffle Houses.
I used to be addicted to Waffle House.
That's the best. I bought
so
a huge pack of waffle. So, because the kids were very serious about waffle after experiencing such a great time. What do we have here? This is Hannah talking about, I'm going to unmute this. This probably has sound. You ready for this, Owen?
I'm already there. Take a look around.
What in the world?
When they say to go to hell, but inflation is like 8% and the entire financial system is on the brink of collapse. Pretty bullish.
Just while we're on the subject.
Yeah, I mean, it's very relevant. We also had this. God, we're flowing right into it. This is crazy. This is from Graham Trades. The market is up 5,000% since 1970, but if you account for adjusting for inflation, it's actually up by 500% over the past 34 years. So this is a way you get to skew data, kind of make everyone think that things are so much better than they actually are. If you adjust our market growth of the S&P 500 for inflation, we are up 5x over the course of 50 years. So that's why I'm looking for a faster horse in the race. You have a lot of kids to feed. I got a lot of things to take care of. And, honestly, like wait a minute. I had the show paused while trying. Morel is sending me something here. I am losing my mind. Sending me a bunch of, oh God, he took a bunch of screenshots of me at my worst. That'll be on the internet soon. So yeah, I mean, if we see this and compare and contrast to our buying power right now, you realize you're being scammed. You're being psyoped. They're confusing the numbers to the point where literally it's impossible to explain how far down the road it is. And really, my whole focus here is having a more aggressive savings account than burning inflating fiat currency. Now, the dream of having a transparent, decentralized, immutable way to transact value between me and you or anyone at home, between each other, it is being chipped away at by the powers that be. What up, Real Infinite Crypto? Brad, great show. Looking forward to being a guest. Also, Hannah talking about ATV. I meant to bring that up to you. That's an excellent reminder. Yeah, Brad, I think you were in, let me know, Brad, I think he was in a Solana ecosystem when no one else was looking at it.
Okay.
And I love you, Brad. Yeah, we'll be getting you on the show. On this show, we got to fix some of our call-in stuff. I got this earphone squid that we ordered, and it's going to go all over the place.
What?
Yeah.
Cool.
So it's going to be weird. It's going to get real weird. So yeah, there's the scam of inflation. Here's a scam out of Canada. On April 1st, April Fool's Day, 38 million Canadians will get a 23% increase on their carbon tax, while 457 million other people living on the same piece of land pay nothing. Yet the government tells us that we're altering the world's climate with it. Good one, right? We need to pay more money for the amount of carbon we're putting out, the amount of breathing, the amount of living that you do. Makes it so not only is the baseline, if you add everything up, probably around 60% of your income given to the state. Once you purchase something, pay tax on it. Once you get paid, pay tax on it. Once you drive your vehicle, and pay tax on that to the house that you also pay tax on.
It's just so scary, bro.
Yeah.
How do they track all of that? How are they going to track your carbon footprint from when you're born to like?
This is the buildup of the. God damn it, Hannah, you're trying to get me banned. Okay, so I can't go there. They're building systems at I want to say the word so bad. The Who. Remember the band The Who? So The Who is building electronic infrastructure and CBDC systems. And also, if you think about a CBDC system, and we talk about the combination of AI, right? And then this carbon tracking information that we saw implemented on our airlines, they are able to track this stuff in real time. If they combine AI with a CBDC, they will be able to see, hey, you purchased it this date, that amount of carbon. They keep adding it up. and then you get taxed on that. I really hope that this is an April Fool's joke. I was trying to find if it is an April Fool's joke, and honestly, all I see is legislative rollout for it and the planning for it. So I hope you're right that it is a joke, but honestly, think about Trudeau. Is he really beyond this? Is it outside of Justin Trudeau's scope to do this to the people in Canada? He gives I want to curse right now. He does not care about the people that cannot pay their mortgage or their water bill.
He is not a liked person in
and they're calm people. It takes a lot to piss off a Canadian.
Literally, Canadians are like known for being Canadians are known for being like super nice, like the nicest humans, right?
Yeah, and to push them to the point where they're like protesting and locking your city centers down, it takes a lot of work to get there. So prayers for you up in Canada. Now, does Druth forest his land? I do have forest in my land. I'm not quite sure what you mean by that.
Bob.
What? Oh, what, Bob? What's going on with Bob? You guys maybe crypto profits and buy water purifying systems, a generator. That's great advice. What happened to Bob? What? Are you worried about the end of the world as we know it? It's just a change, Hannah. Okay, this is how you make fertilizer.
He said just a heads up.
I mean, it's a reasonable heads up. If you aren't buying generators, backup food, if you're not, living in an area that has space between the scholars and all the chaotic beings that will rob you one missed meal into a collapse, then you're doing yourself and your family a disservice. You need to take the gains that we are experiencing over the next year or 2 years, put it into real estate, put it into things that are tangible goods that you can enjoy with your family and really change your life in a tangible way. Very good advice. I know it's scary, Hannah. I thought he said something.
You know why she's so scared?
Why?
Because of where she lives. Because if things
You're here
go
most of the time.
Yeah. I think I'd be fine.
You'd be fine.
If you're in Atlanta, good luck.
Everybody got a strap. It's gonna be the rednecks and the thugs.
Oh my
teaming
God.
up.
It's kind of funny that you're wearing camo and you live in Atlanta.
I know.
It looks great though.
It's actually like a big trend
fashion
right
statement?
now. Yeah, right now camos
Being fake hunters.
In the fashion in Atlanta.
And Carhartt.
City sitters.
Man,
yep.
Carhartt too.
Carhartt too.
Small face, no toe, prepping as best as you can in the UK. Good on you, brother. And I'm working on something in the background to try to get us some really, really good deals on the goods that we need to be prepared for such an event. I don't think it's outside of the scope, you guys. Actually, we're moving right into this. I am going to get banned for talking about this.
I'm scared.
Okay, so let's just play a video. Okay. We're going to just play a video. I'm not even going to read the words.
So we, we'll have to prepare for the next one. That, I'd say is, will get attention this time. Will get attention this time.
Look at that smile.
What?
Look at her smile. Her smug little smile.
Who
She
is
got
that?
divorced from Bill.
Yeah, because of the chess player.
Yeah. But just look at these two peas in the pod. Just grinning, man,
Oh,
man.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and they're referring to this.
Ah!
They're referring to
Don't
that.
say it.
Stop, Mario.
I'm not
bro.
going to say it, but there it is. They're referring to that.
Mario said that
What?
they're about.
Say
you guys
it.
know how I feel about it already. About Mario.
What?
Mario said that they're about to start increasing their media coverage a lot.
Oh, yeah. I mean, independent
a lot.
journalists, X has taken over journalism.
And then he says that Disease X is coming.
Well, hopefully we have an outlet that's actually giving the truth out, right? Maybe this move that Elon Musk did, paying $44 billion for a crime scene, which is now known as X, aka Twitter, will give us a stronger voice during the last one. Because guess what, Hannah? On the last one, I really tried my damnedest to tell everyone that I could on Twitter, literally deleted, hard delete, no explanation, hard delete off Facebook on multiple occasions. I made 3 different accounts to try to keep going because I was pretty well known in music. I had to keep making accounts to try to get back on. Like, hey guys, I'm not dead. It's just the algorithmic robots got me again. And then there was no place to speak about this, right? So I wish it well in building that
There
out.
literally wasn't. You couldn't do anything.
They're going to try to push stuff, but guess what? I just think people are over it.
Yeah. I hope so.
Man.
Everyone is over it. There might be a select few that are like, yes, please, we need to hide and stuff.
Right.
But vast majority of people are like, no, this is bull crap. We're not doing it this time.
Julio has an interesting thought. Go long on chicken soup. That's an interesting point.
Canned goods are great and bottled water.
I
And toilet paper?
literally during flu season bought Johnson & Johnson stock
Did you really?
before
They had a scandal with
solution came out.
Yeah, the baby
Yeah,
formula problem.
yeah.
That was an issue. Or no, it was
Yeah.
powder. It was baby powder.
It
That was a
was
problem.
blood clots.
We're not going there. That's Rumble stuff. That's
Yeah,
Rumble stuff.
Rumble link.
Yeah,
Come
Rumble
on.
link. Drop them the Rumble link.
Rumble.
Bodhisattva. Give them the link. I want as many people as possible on Rumble. That is where they literally can't shut me up.
Is that where y'all do the late night streams at?
Well, I do the late night streams for crypto on there, but also like there's just a lot of really touchy subject matter that I really need to talk about today that happened across the pond, but I can't quite do it here. But this from Finance Soup. Speaking of soup, this photo circulating without proper context showcases the activities of Bill Gates' portfolio in the last quarter of the previous year. Now, with that in mind, Bill's decision to sell, for example, Meta, Nvidia during Q4 implies that he did miss out on a potential profit of approximately 40% from the beginning of that year. And I think this is really good context. Now, last week, I saw a lot of people bringing up a ton of graphs showing major Fortune 500 companies selling off their holdings. A lot of fear about an impending, the Great Depression 2.0 type conversation is happening right now. I never discount it as a possibility. It's just, is it probable? You got to balance those two. Is it probable that this monstrous machine that's been cooking the books for the last 70, 80 years at the minimum is going to let their whole system just crater down in front of them and not have any buying power or fighting power against their counterparts in the Middle East and Russia and China? Or are they going to arbitrage the system, come out with new scams and quantitative easing measures to fix the Band-Aid with, the Band-Aid over a bullet wound type mentality? I think the latter of those options is probably what's going to happen. There's going to be a lot of fear given to you in between now and then to get you out of the markets, to get you out of position. And honestly, yeah, if Bill knew exactly what was coming and when, then Nvidia, that call to sell his Nvidia a few months ago is very, very foolish. And I think what you said is interesting, Aaron. Now, and I also agree. I hope that the world is tired enough of it to not really get shaken by it.
Yeah.
They tried to roll out X, the coffee X a few months ago, and nobody cared. And I think it was a failure to launch.
I just think people are over it,
Maybe
man.
he was dumping while that initial failure to launch to push the next mess kind of failed. People showed they didn't really care. They're over it.
They're seeing the aftermath of the last one too. And they're like, no.
Like what
No,
I
no,
care
no.
about is my buying power. How much food can I get my family, right? Like for $100, how much food am I able to provide for my family? That is the first and foremost focus for me personally. I think I saw a couple other polls that greatly show that is the case within America right now. That's what their first and foremost focus is. So maybe we won't care that much when they try to do this next PSYOP. I hope so. And another thing, talking about the .com bust or the bubble bursting, a lot of people want to talk about Nvidia over leveraged, overvalued. We've seen companies, database companies that were basically just walking elephant skeletons that were well overvalued, and we saw their collapse shortly after that. So think about WeWork, think about all these other types of things that happened that everyone was just so hyper bullish. This is the future, and now cratered. So you got to keep that in context. Even the stock market can move fast, just like crypto. So this is what I'm going to get banned over. Okay, so this is IDF moving in Lebanon. We're going to talk about that more on the Rumble tonight. Big bada boom happening there. Couple problems going on. So
where's that at?
Lebanon. Now, this is a shout out to the stock market crash. God, it's already 3:00. We got to run through these others. This is just a shout out to 2008 when we had a very bloody day. Things moved down drastically for the Dow Jones and subsequently the housing crisis, which is why Bitcoin was fomented. Solana, Filecoin unite to boost decentralized storage. And this is that whole conversation about storage coins being useful for AI and these layer ones as it rolls out. Storage coins and data aggregation are necessary. They are the road that needs to be built for these hot, sexy layer ones to really succeed. So not surprised by it. And shout out to everyone that holds Filecoin. This is more positive movement for this coin, and I'll love to see it. Hate to see this though. WorldCoin token skyrocketing by 42%.
I don't like that.
I hate this so much.
I literally hate this.
Yeah.
I've been making videos about WorldCoins for months also, since like probably October, maybe even like before that.
Yeah.
Would never buy it, but it's $7 right now.
We made a video on Blockchain Basement. I don't know how long ago it was, but it was on WorldCoin.
Yes, we did.
And I was like, I do not like this.
Yeah.
It was a while ago we made it. I remember editing it though, and I was like,
and people will be mad at me like, why are you against the project? It's mooned and stuff. It's like I do not get along with CBDC simps. I do not get along with KYC simps / maxis. I do not respect or care for anyone that's pushing forward a system of autonomous control for you, me, and everybody around us. I cannot support that. I will not support that. Even if it makes tons of money, I'd rather dig holes than support that kind of digital dictatorship being built out. It's just a stance that I have internally. Maybe it's from me being hardened over the scam and psyops that I've seen pushed upon the American public over the last few years, but that's just
Sam Alternate Man is gaining power.
Sam Alternate Man
by day.
Well,
by
isn't
day.
the whole reason he's doing this is so someone else doesn't do it before him, or he's like scared of AI himself?
He's literally terrified of what he's building, and he's a prepper, and he knows that the world's going to end because of it. And he still keeps moving forward because he's greedy. He wants the power. He wants the money.
Stop, Sam. Stop.
Yeah. Pretty disgusting.
We should have stopped with the iPhone 5. It was great. It was everything we needed.
3 Arrow Capital.
Hold on, Aaron. Let me pull
FTX.
this up. We got a minute. Let's go. Woo blockchain. Here we go. So, according to Exoscope, the Tenio 3AC liquidator owns a total of $75 million worth of 75 million world tokens themselves. So 75 million times $7, worth approximately 550 million, and its current asset with the highest net worth. That is really freaking weird.
So
it's their highest asset.
3 Arrows Capital, whatever, and which is Zuzu.
Yeah.
He had comments on this morning, about how he got like so much hate for them investing in WorldCoin early, but now it's paying off because some of the people that like lost money are gonna get paid. Maybe because FTX was an early investor, 3 Arrows Capital was an early investor in WorldCoin, and like now that's worth a lot.
Oh my god!
And they people lost money.
Was it the plan all along to fix the problem with the brown eye coin? They take pictures of your eye. You know,
I give you what, free French fries or something?
Free French fries they were offering. You know, all kinds of weird. Like, do you remember New York offered you a burger and fries to get yabbed, to get experimented on?
Sheesh.
Pretty quick. Life comes at you quick. This is pretty interesting to see, though, Hannah. This is going to give 3 Arrows Capital some good liquidity to deal with all this fallout from their collapse. Pretty interesting to see. That's a long-term investment for FTX that played out really well. But I think we won't go over too far today. I've already gone over the line.
What time are you going live on Rumble? People are asking in the chat.
Right, tonight we go live on Rumble at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Got a lot to talk about, you guys. It's going to be a little bit uncomfortable. I know I upset a few people with calling, and really my video with Michael Yon, I would have it again 100 times, because I think that right now with where this world is moving, I'm from Colorado. I'm from Boulder, Colorado. So I fully understand the time frame where it was cool to just chill out, bro. Let's just shake it off and it's going to be all good. I understand where that mentality stems from. I think that where we are right now as a society at whole, we are moving to a very difficult time. We're going to need our sharpness, our skills, our focus. And I don't think that, just chilling out, relaxing into it, just letting everything be okay is where it's at. We need to be aggressive. We need to reclaim humanity and our rights as individuals. We can do this with Bitcoin monetarily. And also we're going to have to do it with our speech, potentially even kinetically if things continue to get worse. But with that being said, it's been a hell of a show. Hannah, thank you very much for being on here today. Good call on Mog for forcing me to look at that chart, and now it's mooning. So shout out to that. I'm going to be going into Harry Potter Obama Sonic 10 Inu right after this show. Aaron, are you coming with me? Are we going in or what?
Hell no. I'm going to Wingardium Leviosa that thing.
Okay, fine. Okay, I get that. That was a deep Harry Potter reference.
That was like a spell.
Wingardium Leviosa.
I think that's to make the feather fly.
We got to end it. We're killing the show. We're out of here. Peace
I'm
out.
out of here.
Buy ammo, buy
I ain't
dirt.
wear pants.
Ooh, woo.